Hey everyone, and welcome. Ever stop to think about how everything you use, from the food you eat to the phone in your hand, actually gets to you, especially in a country as huge as India? Well, today we're going to break down the absolute lifelines of our national economy, its transport networks. This is your A1 Institute explainer, and we're going to get you totally exam ready.
So let's start with that big question, right? How do you connect a nation of over 1 billion people and keep its economy humming? It's all about a massive, interconnected system. We're going to look at the giants you see every day, crossing the landscape, the secret networks working right under our feet, and even the ancient highways that have been around forever.
All right, first up, let's talk about the absolute backbone of Indian transport, the Great Indian Railways. For more than 150 years, this has been the main way people and all sorts of stuff get around this huge country. It's what really ties the nation together.
Okay, just to give you an idea of how massive this is, get this. The total route length is almost 68,000 kilometers. To put that in perspective, if you laid all that track end to end, you could circle the entire planet more than 1.5 times. Wow! And believe it or not, it's still getting bigger.
Now here's something interesting you need to know for your exams. Not all tracks are the same width. See, there are 3 different types, or gauges. The big one, broad gauge, makes up almost the entire network. Think of it as the superhighway for trains. It's built to handle heavy loads and high speeds. The goal is to make more of the network like this, because that's what's going to make the whole system faster and more efficient.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's that railways are so much more than just a way to get from point A to point B. You got to think of them as the arteries of our economy. They're what carry raw materials to factories and then carry the finished products out to the markets. They're absolutely essential for both our industries and our farms.
But of course, running something this massive isn't easy. There are some real challenges. You've got people traveling without tickets, theft, and folks damaging railway property. And what about people pulling the emergency chain for no good reason? These aren't just small problems. They cause huge damage and lead to delays that affect the entire network.
Okay, let's switch gears. We've talked about the iron giants you can see. Now let's go underground to an unseen network that's just as important. We're talking about pipelines, a relatively new but totally vital player on the transportation scene.
So, what exactly are we talking about? Well, pipelines are basically a network of pipes used to move crude oil, petroleum products, and natural gas. Pretty straightforward, right? But here's a cool fact. You can even transport solids through them, like iron ore, just by mixing it with water to create something called a slurry.
And here's the deal with pipelines when it comes to money. The initial cost to build them, yeah, it's super high. Laying all that pipe costs a ton. But once they're up and running, the day-to-day costs are minimal. Think about it. No drivers, no fuel, it just flows. It's a classic high-investment, low-running cost situation.
Let me give you a key example. One of the 3 big networks starts way out in the oil fields of Upper Assam. From there, it travels all the way to Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh. This thing is a major energy highway, connecting the east to the country's industrial heartland.
And you've got to know about this one, the HBJ pipeline. It's huge. We're talking 1,700 kilometers long. It runs from Hazira in Gujarat all the way to Jagdishpur in UP. This pipeline is the literal lifeline for big fertilizer and power plants right in the middle of the country.
All right, from the brand new to the ancient, let's talk about India's oldest highways, our waterways. Long before we had trains or even roads, our rivers were the main arteries for trade. And guess what? Even today, they're still the cheapest way to move things around. And this isn't just about money or moving goods. It's way deeper than that. For centuries, our seamen sailed far and wide, carrying not just Indian products, but also our culture and ideas. It's a huge part of our history.
So, why are waterways so great? Here are 4 key things to remember. 1. They are the cheapest form of transport. 2. They are perfect for carrying really heavy, bulky stuff. 3. They're super fuel efficient. And 4. They are the most eco-friendly option out there. Easy, right?
So how much do we have? Well, India has about 14,500 kilometers of inland waterways. That's a huge network of rivers and canals. Now, we don't use all of it for big boats and ships just yet, but the potential to grow this network is absolutely massive.
Okay, we've covered a ton of ground and water. So let's do a quick-fire round. This is the stuff you absolutely need to remember for your exam. Ready?
First up, railways. Bottom line, They are the principal mode of transport for both people and goods in India. Simple as that. They're the workhorse.
Next, pipelines. What's their superpower? They get rid of delays and losses that happen when you have to load and unload stuff. With a pipeline, it goes in one end and comes out the other. No stops, no waiting. It's a game changer.
And last but not least, waterways. What's their claim to fame? They're the most fuel-efficient and eco-friendly way to go. For anything big and heavy, they're the cheapest and greenest choice, hands down.
So let's end with a big question for you to think about. Looking ahead, as India keeps growing, which one of these three networks do you think will be the most important for our future? The railways, the pipelines, or the waterways? What's your bet?
Look, understanding all this isn't just about acing your exams. It's about understanding how our country really works. And if you want to dig even deeper and get access to great notes and guidance from experts, we're here for you at A1 Institute. All the details, including our phone number, are right there in the description.
Hey, if this explainer helped you out, do us a huge favor. Smash that like button, share it with your friends, and definitely subscribe to the A1 Institute YouTube channel. It really helps us make more content like this to help you get exam ready. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.